Ready? All right. Hey, welcome to all our guests and to our founders on here. This is called On Passive, and you're going to hear a great presentation from Mike Ellis today. We have Charles Osong, Andy Burks, Dan Street, Red Redford himself, Marty DeGarmo, well, and myself. Well, I'll give you a little piece of the pie here, but I'm going to throw this back to Marty and let's get this started. Marty DeGarmo.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chris. Hello, everybody. Here we are today, the 5th of March, 2022. Today, Mike's going to explain to you about a business that I believe, and most of all of us here believe, is the best thing that ever came along. I've been online since 2004. This is my 18th year. 15 of those years, I was looking for this company. The reason was, and most of you, if you came online, you want to make money and you're looking to make money online, same as most of us. And if you've been on it any time at all, you struggle. Can I say that and know that and not even know you? Absolutely I can, because I know 98%, 99% don't make a dime. I was one of those people for many, many years. I got online, I did what I was supposed to. I joined a company, I can't even tell you the first 100, and it was the same answer every time. You would get in, they give you a beautiful website in some cases, a replicated website. They say, okay, go out and share it with everybody you know. So after you get to your friends and family and they're no longer speaking to you, where do you go? Well, then you could go to solo ads, which cost hundreds of dollars, and you might get one sign up. The chances are very slim. Most of the time, they're just people that are doing the same thing you're doing. They're looking to make money online. So about 10 years, 8 years into it, I met up with Mike Ellis and Dan Street here, and we formed a team, and thank God we all worked off each other's strengths, and we started to build teams and learned how to market on Facebook, Twitter, any social media. And we built teams of thousands, and we thought we got it. We have the magic ingredients to make money online. Here's the problem. So you can build a team, you bring people in, and guess what? They're at the same position you were when you came in. They don't know how to market. They have already bugged their friends and family enough they won't listen to them. And they've done the solo ad bit. And next thing you know, a month later, they're quitting. In fact, they start quitting faster than you can bring them in. So it's a vicious circle. And we do it over and over and over and over. I don't know why we do. I don't know why you do. I think we're hoping that maybe one day we'll hit that magic, whatever we think it is, and everything will fall in place. We'll be to build a team. They'll stay. You'll make money. The team makes money. The products are fantastic. And we're in the Wizard of Oz, right? It's not true. It doesn't happen. It won't happen. And about 3 years ago, I ran into this company landed in my lap, really. I knew Red Redford and his partner, which was Peter Rogers. I trusted them, and we were in business before. And I asked them, what are they doing? And they told me about this company that Mike Ellis is about to share with you. And I had a few questions that I needed answered, or I wasn't going to do it because I've done this too long. I was actually thinking about not doing any more business online. We were even talking about maybe creating a business that maybe somebody, man, that costs so much money and all that. Well, we ran it on passive and we didn't have to do it. And I asked them, I said, is there an auto ship? No. Do people need to recruit, like have to bring people in to make money? No. Okay. Do they have to build a website? No. Do they have to have an autoresponder? No. I'm thinking now, oh my God, no, it's 100% automated. The products, are they something new that I gotta try to convince people they need it more than anything else? No, they're products that are already there, except they were built from scratch, high technology, uh, artificial intelligence induced, and it's automated. When you add all that up, I would have been an idiot to say no, right? Now I'm wondering, okay, what's this beauty cost, right? Because so far it sounds like something I've been looking for my whole life. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to mortgage my home. And they told me the price and I signed up. I didn't even hesitate. Very affordable. Mike Ellis will go over that. So let me turn it over to Mike so he can share with you in the next 23 to 25 minutes the best business there is online, the last business you'll ever need, life-changing, my opinion, and many others, by the way. And you'll see for yourself. And if you want a copy of this at the end, I'll put my email address in. I'll send it to you personally. No pressure. In fact, if you don't want to get in, that's fine. We're okay without you. But we want to share it as much as we can because we're running out of time. And very soon there will be no more openings. Here's my business partner and a very good friend, Mike Ellis.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. It's a terrific introduction to not only what you don't want to find online, but what you do want to find online. And Chris has said this several times. This webinar really is for new people. It's for people that are just coming in and exploring ONPASSIVE. And as Marty said earlier, we're always looking for a winning formula. In other words, a way to come online and to make money online. And today, for the new people that are here, that's why you're here. How can I come online? How can I make money online? And how can I take care of those financial needs that I have and find some financial freedom that we're all looking for? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about ONPASSIVE. And I'm going to start with the corporate side of ONPASSIVE, just to give you an idea of who you're going to be working with. And then we're going to go right into what can ONPASSIVE do for you? Can they give you a way forward to actually make money online, actually take care of those financial needs and find financial security? And again, that's what we're all looking for. Everybody that comes into ONPASSIVE initially is looking for a way to make money. That's what they're looking for. That's initially. Now, once you come in, you're going to get very excited, not only about what ONPASSIVE can do for you, but just ONPASSIVE in general and how it really is going to change everything. It's going to change the way you think and absolutely give you that way forward to develop an income online. So let's talk about ONPASSIVE, the corporation, to start with. ONPASSIVE, it is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. These are digital products online that are in high demand now with other companies. And the market that we have is absolutely astronomical. And as we think about ONPASSIVE, we have to go to Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh is the CEO. He's the visionary. He is the brain trust behind ONPASSIVE. And over the last 3 years, he has developed ONPASSIVE into what it is today. What is it today? ONPASSIVE today is a unicorn company. It is a multi-billion-dollar company. And this is before we've gone into the actual launch of ONPASSIVE to the world. Now, we are in the process of going into the global launch today, and I'll get into that a little bit as I speak. But ONPASSIVE has done something truly extraordinary. Ash Mufareh has built $1 billion business before the launch to the world. That has never been done in the history of business, in the history of the world, to have a unicorn company before you actually do the global launch of the company. That is what ONPASSIVE is. But it's so much bigger than that today. And I want to give you a couple examples of what's happening to just give you a feel for how big ONPASSIVE is today. Just recently, Ash Mufareh announced to us that ONPASSIVE is in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Okay, that is a really big deal. The UAE is a financial hub. It's one of the major financial hubs in the world. And in that region, they are it. They are the financial hub of the Middle East, of the Arab world. And when we start to think about the UAE and actually getting into that country and being able to participate with the ecosystem, the economic system in that country, it is very, very difficult. If you are not one of the top corporations in the world, you don't get into the UAE. It just does not happen. Remember, ONPASSIVE, we haven't even launched yet. We are in the UAE today, but it gets better than that. In Dubai, there's a building there. It's the Burj Khalifa building. It is the tallest building in the world. What Ash has done is gone in and bought 2 floors of that building, and they're not any floors. One floor is the 134th floor, way, way, way up there, and the other one is the 151st floor, which is the top floor that any business can occupy. You do not get into this building unless you are a major, major player in business globally around the world. ONPASSIVE, just in the last week or so, that has happened with ONPASSIVE. We own those 2 floors. And when you think about being in the UAE, every business that comes into the UAE, they have to go through a qualification period where the UAE looks at the business to see if you qualify to even come in the country, much less being in the Burj Khalifa building. This is such a major deal. When you are in this building, when you are on the top floor of that building, it's because you are a major player in the world ecosystem, the world stage. So when you look at ONPASSIVE, understand what Ash has done in 3 to 4 years and where he's taken us. And then what that's going to be doing for you and I as individuals participating with ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is where most people, ONPASSIVE is starting where most businesses want to get. They want to get to that place where they're a multi-unicorn company, a multi-billion-dollar company. They want to get to that place where when people hear the word ONPASSIVE, you're just in. ONPASSIVE is already there, and we haven't actually gone into the global launch of ONPASSIVE. We're in that process right now, but we haven't actually done the global launch as of today. So when you think about ONPASSIVE, yes, there are a ton of moving parts when we start talking about the corporation of ONPASSIVE. But when we start talking about what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you and I moving forward, it's very, very easy to understand. And Ash has made it that way, even though the corporate side, very complicated. When it comes to those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, very easy to understand. So let's get into the side that we're really, really interested in today. The corporate side, I would recommend you continue to explore that. It's really, really cool to see what Ash and his team have done around the world. Really, really cool. But when you start to see what he's doing for us, those individuals participating, now you get really, really excited about what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for you. So as you come into ONPASSIVE, what are they going to do? Okay, very, very simple. And I'm gonna mention 4 concepts, and then we'll kind of go through them a little bit. The first one is self-funding. It is a self-funding business. You'll go out of pocket once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. The next one is you will be forced to be successful. All that means is you're going to make money with ONPASSIVE, and then you throw in the product side, the customer side, and the volume, and you're going to understand how all of this works. So how is ONPASSIVE going to take care of us as we come in initially? They're going to start by building all of us a sales marketing platform. They're going to take their IT tools, their digital tools, they're going to make this platform for us, and then they're going to hook it up to another one of their tools, which is artificial intelligence. What does that do? It makes your business 100% automated. Why is that so important? You know, most people don't have the time or the inclination to come online and learn the skill sets you need to have to be successful online. It takes a very, very long time. ONPASSIVE is taking care of that. With the sales marketing platform, hooking up to AI, it's 100% automated. ONPASSIVE is going to manage everything. And as we come in, ONPASSIVE is literally going to go to work for us. They're not only going to build a marketing platform, hook it up to AI, but then they're going to reach back into their IT tools and pull out the tool of traffic. And all traffic is getting eyes in front of the products of ONPASSIVE as people see the products, love the products, come in, purchase the products, and then use the products. ONPASSIVE is going to manage all of that. But the traffic is getting good qualified eyes in front of the products of ONPASSIVE. Now, the products of ONPASSIVE, they are very wide ranging. And they range anywhere from a marketing platform that has all the products we use to market online, to an educational platform, to an HR platform, human resources platform, to an accounting platform, to a webinar platform. We are on Zoom today. When you look at the ONPASSIVE webinar platform and compare it to Zoom, there is no comparison. All the products of ONPASSIVE, they're built from the ground up, they're proprietary, they're cutting edge. They are the best of the best. They're superior at a lower price point. Now, understand that they're best of the best, lower price point. People will flock in to use the products of ONPASSIVE. When you compare the webinar platform to the platform that we're on today, Zoom, there is no comparison. The Zoom platform is outdated technology, very old technology. The ONPASSIVE webinar platform, brand new technology. Now, all of these products of ONPASSIVE are in high demand now. They are all multi-million, billion-dollar niches that companies are in today. So as we look at what ONPASSIVE is doing, as they bring customers into us, it's extraordinary the number of customers that are going to be coming in and landing in your organization. So as we look at the traffic side of ONPASSIVE, because of the products, there will be multi millions of people coming in the first year to use the products of ONPASSIVE, and I'll talk about that toward the end. But it really is extraordinary what Ash Mufareh has done when you add product, customer, and then volume. And these four simple little concepts will keep you focused on what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for you. As you come in, it is a self-funding business. This will be your business, self-funding. You'll pay once, you'll never go out of pocket again. They're going to force you to be successful. They're going to force you to make money, and then product, customer, and volume. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, how do we come into ONPASSIVE today and start participating? Today, there is a position, it is called the founder position. It is an early bird position. Now, what the founding position does is really extraordinary. Number one, as you come in, it locks you into the company of ONPASSIVE. It locks you into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. That's really, really important to understand because we all want to get paid. And becoming a founder puts that in stone. You are locked in with the company. You are locked in with the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. But it's better than that. Today, as we look at ONPASSIVE, they have already started their marketing campaigns, and the marketing campaigns are for us, the founding members of ONPASSIVE. And as you come in and become a founding member, they will actually start to build your business day one. The day you come in, they will start building your business with the marketing campaigns that they're running. And as we look at those marketing campaigns, why are they so important? Because they cut time frames. As we go into the global launch of ONPASSIVE, if you have an organization that has already been built somewhat, as you go into the global launch and ONPASSIVE starts paying us, it's really dynamic because it'll cut those time frames and get you to that place where finances are just not an issue anymore. And that's where we all want to get very, very quickly. So as we look at the marketing campaigns that ONPASSIVE is doing for the founding members, it cuts time frames, but it does more than that. As we look at the traffic that's coming in, because you're a founder, as we go into the global launch, founding members will always get more traffic coming into their business than the normal person. And that's really, really important to understand because the more traffic you have, that really is the key to building an online business. You have to have massive traffic. And because you're a founding member, you will get more traffic because of that position you have in ONPASSIVE. And as we look at ONPASSIVE, the founding membership is something very, very special to Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh considers the founding members of ONPASSIVE his partners. He wants to take care of the founding members more than anything else. That's where For Success comes in. He wants to make sure that all the founding members get to that place where they don't worry about finances. So the founding membership, there are other things involved with the founding membership, bonuses that Ash hasn't shared with us that's coming as we go into the global launch. But the founding membership, it's a really, really big deal. As we look at the founding membership today, it is a $97 position plus $5 if you use a credit card, it's $102. It will lock you into the company, lock you into the pay structure, and lock you into all those other things that I've talked about. Now, the founding membership, because we're so close to the global launch, the actual global launch of ONPASSIVE, I believe we've only got a few weeks left, and then Ash Mufareh is going to eliminate that position. And the founding members that are there, that's all there will ever be. There will never be another founding member. I think we've got a few weeks left, 2, 3, 4. I really don't know, but I think it's going to end very, very quickly. And Ash has told us that. So as you look at the founding position, come on in, become a founding member, and lock that position in ONPASSIVE. You won't regret it. You flat out won't regret it, because as you look at it and you learn more, you're going to see just how unique a position that is and what it's going to do for your bottom line. And in the end, that's what matters. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, as we go into the global launch, how do we all come into ONPASSIVE? I see faces coming up. Am I taking too long, guys? No. But as we go into the global launch, we all have to come into ONPASSIVE, and we come in as customers. So we come in, we pay a fee. That fee will be between $200, $300. We don't know what that'll be yet. I think we're going to know that very, very quickly. But you'll pay that fee. We get all the tools of ONPASSIVE. Then you go into your back office, you click a button, you become independent reseller of the IT product. Why did I go through that? We all have to become independent resellers of the IT product before ONPASSIVE can pay us. That has to do with the regulations around the world. But once we do that, ONPASSIVE can start those apples flowing, that money flowing to the founding members that become independent resellers of the IT product. Let's back up to the subscription fee, the $200 to $300. That is a monthly fee. As we look at that fee, it is a one-time fee. You'll pay it out of pocket once. Even though it's a monthly fee, the preceding months after that, you'll pay from the proceeds that we make from ONPASSIVE. It's the same with the founder's fee. That is a one-time fee also. You'll only pay that once. So the total fee, right around $400. That's what I say. I say right at $300. If it's less than that, it'll be a nice surprise. Now, as we come in, how do we get paid from ONPASSIVE? Just very, very quickly. We get paid a lot like a commission salesperson. As you work for a company, your commission sales, you make a sale of $100, you make 10%, you'd make $10. That's how ONPASSIVE is going to pay all the independent resellers of the IT product, the founding members of ONPASSIVE. And as we look at that, and we look at the sheer volume that ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for us, it gets very, very exciting. Your bottom line gets very, very exciting because of the sheer volume that ONPASSIVE is going to be bringing in. As we look at ONPASSIVE, as we look at the product side, the customer side, and the volume side of ONPASSIVE, that's where the rubber meets the road. Because the products are proprietary, because they're superior, because they're better than anything out there at a lower price point, the customers are going to come in because the products are better. It makes their life easier, makes their job easier, makes their bottom line better. Really, really simple. And as we look at that, and then we start to look at the volume that ONPASSIVE is going to be doing, and I'll hit that very, very quickly. ONPASSIVE today has over 50 products that they're going to be offering to the world. And I'm going to talk about 4 of them. And the 4 products I want to talk about is OConnect, that's their webinar platform. I want to talk about OStaff, that's their HR platform, human resources platform. Businesses can come in and manage their human resources in their business. The other one is it's O Academy, which is the educational platform. And then the last one is O Traffic. If we look at these 4 niches, and we look at the companies that are servicing these niches today, they do about $483 billion in revenue a year. It's a lot of money. Because the products of ONPASSIVE are so good, because they're superior at a lower price point, how much of that market are we going to take the first year? If we stay very, very conservative and say we're going to take 10% of that market, that's $48 billion coming into ONPASSIVE. And here's the unique thing about Ash Mufareh. Ash has told us many, many times that he wants to share the wealth with the founding members of ONPASSIVE. And if with those four niches, we bring in $48 billion of revenue into ONPASSIVE, Ash wants to share the majority of that with the founding members. And it's not 10 or 12 or 15%, it's 50, 52, 55, 60%. And when you share that, when you start to share that kind of revenue with the founding members of ONPASSIVE, you're going to see a way forward to take care of that bottom line. Again, that's four products of ONPASSIVE. Will they do more in those four products? I think they will. Could they do 15, 20, 25% of that? Take that market away from the competition that's out there? Yeah, I believe they could. And every product that ONPASSIVE is marketing to the world, it is a product that's in high demand. It's a high niche product, a lot of revenue. And when you're talking about 50 of them, I don't know the kind of revenue that ONPASSIVE is going to be bringing in. It's been projected that in the first year, ONPASSIVE will bring in over 100 million customers into ONPASSIVE to use the products of ONPASSIVE. And again, remember, ONPASSIVE is primarily a customer-based business, even though we get to participate with ONPASSIVE. So the amount of revenue that's going to be coming in, that's going to be shared with us, the founding members of ONPASSIVE, it really is going to be extraordinary. When you think about ONPASSIVE, keep in mind, we are a global company already today. We're in over 200 countries. There are no qualifications. You don't have to come in. You don't have to share. You don't have to sell. You don't have to recruit, as Marty talked about early on. And when you think about it, there are no limitations on the amount of money you can make. Ash has guaranteed you will be successful in ONPASSIVE. When you think about Ash Mufareh, he has a heart of service, and he's put ONPASSIVE together to really take that 97% that are online that fail for whatever reason, turn that number around and make 97% of the people that come in, participate with ONPASSIVE, succeed. As you continue to explore ONPASSIVE, come on in, become a founding member, lock your position in ONPASSIVE. Again, I think you only have weeks to do that. And then get ready. We are very, very close to the global launch of ONPASSIVE. We're in that process right now. Ash is sharing more with us day by day, week by week, and he has new information for us almost daily now. So come on in, become a founder, get ready for your financial bottom line to change, and get ready for your life to change financially. This is a really, really great ride. This business has been put together for all of us to have that winning formula, to have a way forward, to take care of the bottom line, to build an income, build residual income, and then eventually build wealth online. So that's it for me today. Hopefully that gives you a good idea about ONPASSIVE, where they're at, where we're going, and what they're doing for all of us. And from there, I'll turn it back over to Chris, and you can kind of throw it around with the rest of the panelists, Chris. Hopefully that gives them a good idea of what's coming and what they have in hand. Go ahead, Chris.
Michael, thank you very much. Once again, excellent presentation about ONPASSIVE. We do have some very talented people on this panel. I'll hand it over to Dan Street first, and Dan, you can hand it to the next guy. How about that? Michael, thanks again. Actually, a heart of servers. I love that. I really did love that, Mike. Dan, take it away.
Well, thanks, Chris, and great job, Mike. You did an unbelievable job, as usual, of highlighting and giving everybody an amazing overview of what ONPASSIVE is all about. I had a 30-year career in selling medical devices to orthopedic surgeons and spent the majority of my life in an operating room. So I used to go dream of ways that I could get my time freedom, because my time was not my own. So I spent years looking for a way to gain that time freedom and eliminate the stress and build wealth online. Like most of us here, all of us here on this panel have different backgrounds, and we all share a common passion for online success. And over the last few years, ONPASSIVE has brought us close to many people from all over the world. And we have developed close relationships that continue to grow. It's just amazing how many people believe this amazing vision of Ashby Farm. And as Mike said, you know, we're in over 200 countries, 215, I believe, to be exact, and we have over 1 million founding members. It's a massive, massive amount of believers in that vision of Ashby Farm. And we're all excited because we not only are ready to explode and blast off with this company, we already have. We're in that process right now. And I can honestly say that over the last 3 years, you can look at my background, it's been a ride of a lifetime. And since we're close to opening the doors and we have the privilege of being a founding member, Mike did an amazing job of this and explaining everything that's involved in being a founding member. And I hope you just get a few of those takeaways that he got. He talked about the products and how they're proprietary and how they're built from scratch and AI induced. And because these products are superior to anything out there, we feel like we really don't have many competitors, and we're going to disrupt a lot of the companies that a lot of you will recognize out there. And so being part of a company, think about what this means to you. Being part of a company that will drive targeted traffic to your site, it will increase your customer base so that you can earn commissions over and over again, okay? And that means that when these customers come into your business, because the value of this company is so incredible that they will never leave. They will never leave your business. And believe me, that's a true online business. And that's a business that is going to create generational wealth for you and your family. So when you have an AI-induced company that is going to follow up on your visitors, answer their questions, close the sale, and does all of this through an automated process, whether you choose to be active or passive in the business, and Mike discussed that a little bit. You could be active in the business and share this with anybody and everybody, which you should because it's such an amazing company, or you can be passive. But either way, you will be successful in this business. And so it's an affordable way for you to achieve that generational wealth. And it's all automated for you. You do not have to, as Mike was saying, you do not have to recruit people into this business. So if, like we've said, the doors are closing pretty soon here, and the founding member position will end not just for a little while, but forever. So it's I would suggest that you get with the person that brought you into this meeting today and get registered and join us for the ride of a lifetime. Okay, I will turn this over now to Charles. Charles, how are you doing? Share
Pretty
some
good,
wisdom
Dan.
with us.
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you? Thank you so
Good.
much for that input. Thanks to Mike Ellis for a wonderful presentation once again. And also Mari Gamo for summarizing his story online. Thank you, Chris, for being bubbly. Okay. There's not much to add after Mike has spoken and then Dan comes along. All I just want to say is this, and because I can see the minds of the guests, some of you are guests here today, and you may have done other things, and you may be wondering, how is this different from all those other things? And I'm going to tell you, because I have done so many different things that it's easier to count the ones that I haven't done than to count the ones that I have done. And because of that, I came up with 3 main reasons why this is unique. Number one, you do not have to recruit or sell to any one person to make money. I know Mari touched on that. I know everyone, Mike Ellis touched on that. But I just want to emphasize that recruiting or selling is a human weakness. And that is why statistics is saying 97% of those of us trying to recruit fail. And ONPASSIVE has solved that problem. And when I say make money without recruiting, I am not talking about chop change. I'm talking about enough money for you to leave a legacy to your children, your children's children. That is huge. Number two, you do not have to come out of pocket month in, month out to pay some bill, right? In the industry, they call it auto ship. And once you are hard up, well, guess what? That is the first thing that goes out the window. End of story. ONPASSIVE has solved that. Like Mike said, once we launch, you will come out of pocket once and you're done. Number three, and this is so important for all those businesses that you come and all of a sudden they disappear. Does this company have legitimate, viable products? By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind, you and I, we need on a daily basis. I mean, we're not gonna die if we don't have them, but life is gonna be miserable. Think about internet access nowadays, okay? You go somewhere, the first thing you wanna know, hey, what's the Wi-Fi here? What's the passcode? Okay? Think about your phone, telephones, your cell phones. In this day and age, no cell phone, life is miserable. Those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. Digital services. ONPASSIVE has the most legitimate, viable digital services in this day and age, my friends. And we are providing you all of that at a great value, okay? At a lower price point, like my friend Mike Ellis says. Now, you're gonna find companies out there that have one or two of these things that I just mentioned, but not all three. If you do find a company with all three of these things I just mentioned, I guarantee you, any one of us on this panel, we will be glad to be your first customer. ONPASSIVE is the only one that can boast of all three. Why? Thanks to artificial intelligence, thanks to renewable technology. We are blessed to be here. We are just telling you, jump on board because the train is already steaming up and we're about to take off at high speed and you're gonna lose out. Don't stand on the fence. Whoever invited you here today has you at heart. They love you. They don't need you because we do not need any more founders. We are just trying to bless some of the people that we care about. That's it. Over to you. I'm going to give it to Mr. Redfern.
Andy, have you been yet? Go on, I'll go last.
Andy is a numbers guy. He likes to just end up by just messing people's brains with numbers.
I'm happy if you are ready. It's up to you, mate.
I don't care. I just know you don't like going last.
I don't mind. Go on. You.
Okay, I'll go on. Do you know something? I've been with ONPASSIVE for a very long time now, and every single day almost gets better than the day before. I love it so much. Why? Because I know this opportunity is open and available to absolutely everybody and anyone. There is no qualifications. And what do I mean by qualifications? Many people think, oh, I haven't got a computer, I can't do it. I don't know anything about the internet, I can't do it. All these sort of things. All you have to do to be successful with ONPASSIVE is to be in. Charles says it all the time, just be in. And that really is the bottom line. And why do I say this? I say it because of what Mike Ellis has told us today. Everything is going to be done, automated by the company. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how does all that work? It works because we will be paying the company to do it for us. The very first time we activate our account, when we launch to the world, That is the payment to the company from us, the founders, to get to work on our behalf. They're going to go out there, they're going to advertise for us, build us websites, give us domain names, all of these things. Guess what we do? Zero. That's what we do. And we, after they've done that for us, they're also then going to follow up with all of the customer support. So we don't even have to worry about making contact with any of the customers or anything like this, because it's all automated using their AI intelligence that they have woven in to every single one of their products. So you do not need to know anything. You cannot say, I can't do it because I'm not very good with computers, am I? You know, or I don't know the internet or how it works and all the rest of it. If you have a desire to make some extra money online, this is the opportunity for you. Why? Because it's at a very low price point and you're going to get so much out of it. And it is available to absolutely everyone. But as everyone has said here, this door of opportunity for this founder's position, remember this, everything that's been presented to you today is for a founder's position, that early bird, the get your foot in the door early before anyone else position. When we launch to the world, we will be a customer-based business. This is how we earn our money, because we are physically selling digital products and services. So get yourselves in, guys, get back in contact with the person who has brought you to this presentation today. You will not regret it. Honestly, for what it is worth, I have never been more happier and content in my life in a business online. That's all I can say to you guys. I know my future is sound, and that is because I know the direction this company is going in. I'm going to hand it over to Andy Burks. He's going to absolutely amaze you with how figures work.
I don't know about that, Red, but okay. I love the presentations, guys. Great. And you've mentioned a lot of this. I'm probably exactly the same as Chris, actually, not techie. I can say that. Yeah, they're great. Okay, so I'm not techie in the slightest. I haven't got a clue as to how these products work, to be fair. And I love the simplicity of this. The fact that they're going to register me a domain name, build me a website, drive specific targeted traffic to the website, close the sale, and then deal with all the customer support. Fantastic. I don't need to do anything. But let me give you an example of how the business grows. Now, this is not exactly how it's going to work. This is just purely an example. So let's say, as Mike mentioned, we're likely to take on over 100 million customers in our first year, but I'm going to be totally and utterly conservative here. So I'm going to say you get your 3 within a couple of weeks. And then from then on, it's going to take 3 months to get another 3 for you and those 3 customers that have come on board. So it's going to go you plus your 3 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4 is 16, 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64. And 64 times 3, 192, plus your 64, 256. So at the end of the first year, if you did if you did absolutely nothing and the company worked that way, you'd have 256 customers in your customer base. Now, I don't like the word recruiting either, because I'm no good at it. Some guys are marketing specialists. That's not me. I'm a numbers guy. So, but what I have been able to do is to share this opportunity by bringing guys along to one of these, or sending a copy of the video to them, or whatever it might be. And this is where the power of numbers come in. So if, for instance, in the same example, if you actually shared this and 9 others came on and saw this fantastic opportunity and joined you on this journey, at the end of the first year, you'd have 10 times to 156, 2,560 customers. Now, income wise, that's 10 times your income by simply sharing it with 9 others. I'm not recruiting, I'm simply sharing. Let me give you another example. As you can see, I'm from the UK. In the UK, the average pension pot, that's the bit of money that you build up over 30 years so that you can take retirement is £68,897. Now that gives you roughly an income of about £3,000 a year. Your old age pension on top of that, or your social security in the States, is another 7,155. So roughly your income is 846 a month. Not a lot. Now, as I said, if you've shared this with 9 others and you've got 2,560 customers, if each of those were only worth 1, that's 2,560. That's more than most people put away over 30 years to have a pension less than half of that. The other thing is, we all know that students cost money. So like me, other families, kids go to university and we have to pay for that. Now, in the average, if you like, in the UK is between 25 and 30,000 pound a year, and most of that is for over a 5-year period. So 30,000 over 5 years, 150,000. Most people can't find that. If you bought your son or daughter a position, again, if they shared it with 9 others, they'd have 2,560, whatever it would be. That's customers, whatever the income would be from that. That's each and every year. Yeah. So it's well worth sharing this opportunity. I don't like the word recruiting, but that's the power of numbers, ladies and gents. Share, share, share. Thank you. Back to you, Chris.
Oh, Andy, guys.
Hey, Chris, before you get going, I love Andy when he talks about the numbers. They just get me excited about ONPASSIVE. And I just want to say a couple of things. All the numbers that Andy's using, they're pretty conservative. And understand, as your team grows, all of this income is residual. Why? Because customers are coming in, they're using the products, they love the products, they're at a lower price point. So everything is residual. That's how we build a residual income. And when you start to think about having over 2,000 people in your organization, and most of them will be customers at a residual income, and we're not quite sure what Ash is going to pay per customer yet, but he's going to be very generous. And the scenario that Andy just went over can turn into a 6-figure income very, very easily. Again, it's an illustration. We don't promise anything. We don't guarantee anything. But that illustration is so conservative. A 6-figure income in ONPASSIVE, for me, is just a given for every founder that's here. Now, that's my opinion. But yeah, we're in a really, really good place. All residual income. And Andy, absolutely love your numbers. Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you, Mike. Guys, always blown away. If you're looking at 7 people on here, all different backgrounds, all different experiences. And I'm going to be last, Andy, because I actually love going last, and I'll be real quick. Something you all touched on in Mike's presentation, Marty DeGarmo, and I wrote it down because I never thought of it. We always talk about how ONPASSIVE was built from scratch. Okay, something that I love. And because I'm this average guy here, this non-techie, I was an auto worker for 32 years. Yeah, I'm still somebody, but I didn't get to the top. I thought I was at the top, but I didn't, because I traded my entire life away over 32 years for the man to go to work every day, work every hour I could. And that's what I did. I was not at the top, folks. I'm now at the top. But let's get back to this build from scratch. In layman's terms, because sometimes these guys talk so big, I'm like, I got to get an encyclopedia out here. Here's the way I say it for the people that are like me, which is a normal person, I would say. Think about this. You can go to the store and buy a pie. You know, it's been frozen, it's in a refrigerator, somewhere you buy it, you know, you're in a rush. And it's not as good. It's just not that good. You all know it. I can see Mike smiling. I think he knows where I'm going. But then you think of mom or grandma, where they made that pie from scratch. And my God, your mouth waters. This is exactly what ONPASSIVE is. All right. It's grandma. We'll say Grandpa Ash's homemade pie. All right, now he's gonna love that one for me, but that's what it is. It is the best tasting. The taste just doesn't go away. It keeps going on and on and on. And that's what Impassive wants to do for all of you to change your lives. Now, we all have residual bills. Why not have a residual income to back those bills? Okay. When I die, and I will someday, I hope later than sooner, my pension that it took 32 years to get, 32 years, remember that, to get that pension, it's done. It doesn't go to my family. It's done. Ford Motor Company saying, hey, way to go. We got rid of another one. Okay. But with Impassive, every one of these wonderful gentlemen on here said your legacy, carrying on your legacy after you're gone. That's truly what it's about. And I mean, that amazes me that when I go, Ford's going to be probably saying, yep, thanks for your service, Chris. We're done. Impassive is going to keep giving your family what you wanted to do with through Impassive. All right. There's no end to it. Legally, you can will this to anyone in your family you want, to your kids, whoever, your dog. I don't care who you will it to, but that's what it's about. It doesn't stop and it keeps growing. What Andy said about those numbers still gives me goosebumps. Still gives me goosebumps. All right. And remember, the most important thing I love to say at the top in Impassive, it's all done for you. Residual income that's done for you. No recruiting, no marketing. All right. And I'm going to stop talking, but remember, Grandpa Ash's pie is the best pie in the business, and it's always going to be at the top. Guys, I appreciate you. Marty, do you want to say anything else, Marty?
Don't think so, but I'm gonna say one thing for the guests who are here, by the way.
Good.
Oh, there you go. Oh, here's what I'm saying. Some of you guests, you might see behind Chris, it says the top. Behind me, it says the top. And you might be wondering, what's the top? Okay. And that's because we've already started a few days ago, and we started at the top, right? So that building right behind Chris, right behind me, the Burj Khalifa, we've purchased, not leased, purchased the highest floor in that building. And that is the tallest building in the world. So officially, ONPASSIVE sees every other company from the top. Okay, so we are at the top, just so you know. That's all. All right.
Absolutely, Charles. Thank you. Marty, do you have anything you want to say? And let me remind you, as Red said, please get back to the person that introduced you to this meeting. They will give you all the information that you need to join this phenomenal family, what I call, because it truly is. Marty DeGarmo.
Nothing, all done.
All right.
All right, guys. I just want to say tomorrow at 12 noon, okay, you can go to www.thetop.live. And we are going to have a special guest for 360, ONPASSIVE 360 is going to have Chris Johnson, Red Reverend Marty DeGarmo, and a special guest, a show you do not want to miss. Whether you are a founder or not, you do not want to miss that show. Having said that, we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.